God bless America. Hello, everybody. I'm back. I am the Talk Radio Protege. This is the Protege program, and it is good to be back. I had a long week off. It actually doesn't feel like I had a week off. I don't know. You guys tell me, have you ever gone off on a vacation, and then you get back from vacation and you think, man, I need a week to recover from my vacation? I love going on trips. I love getting to see new sites, new landmarks, and different kinds of things. But man, I got back from my trip and I felt exhausted. I did not want to get up and go to my day job today. But anyhow, thank you guys for joining me. How did you like last week's content? I didn't get a lot of comments on last week's videos. So far I have one from the Saturday video, so I haven't got a lot of feedback just yet. I'd love to hear your feedback on those videos. This video today, I'm planning on doing two. There's going to be this one and there's one a little bit later. Later video is going to be a recap and summary of what happened last week in the news and the big stories of last week. Today, we're talking about Facebook, Apple, YouTube, and Spotify because they banned InfoWars and Alex Jones. And I say "and" there, it's not the exact headline from The Guardian. Several of InfoWars related pages have been banned from Facebook. Alex Jones and I think the InfoWars main YouTube channel have both been banned from YouTube. Everything with Alex Jones in it has been banned from Spotify and Apple as far as podcasts go. So a major crackdown on one of the most recognizable of the right-wing commentators on all of these social media websites. Now, I think we could talk about why this has happened until the cows come home. Let's start with the facts. What exactly is going on? First of all, should these pages be allowed? Should these services rather be allowed to ban Jones and InfoWars from their platforms? Technically, yes. Technically, these are private companies. Each of these individual companies are private companies. Setting aside for a moment the fact that within a 12-hour period, all four of these websites had banned the Alex Jones and some of the associated InfoWars pages from their platforms. These companies are, they're not a monopoly when taken all together. It's what's the word for it? An oligopoly? I think that's what it is. When a small number of elite individuals / companies control an industry, that's called an oligopoly. And in this case, you have the social media giants: Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Twitter not in there just yet, but I would not be surprised if they are either ahead of the game or are going to follow suit shortly as far as banning Alex Jones and InfoWars from their site. But you name off Facebook, Apple, YouTube, Spotify, those are four of the five biggest social platforms when it comes to the kind of podcasting thing that Alex Jones, other YouTube personalities, including myself, do to share our opinions and to share our perspectives on the facts. No one is as big as YouTube when it comes to what YouTube does. No one is as big as Facebook when it comes to what Facebook does. Ditto for Apple, ditto for Spotify, ditto for Twitter. No one is as big as these companies. So even in their own sects, I'll call it a sect of the internet industry, these companies are monopolies. YouTube, the far and away the biggest video sharing platform on the internet. Facebook and Twitter have kind of tried to dip into video sharing here and there, but they can't touch YouTube. They can't hold a candle to YouTube. By the same token, no one can touch Twitter when it comes to sharing snippets of information with vast audiences of people. Nobody can hold a candle to Facebook when it comes to managing a social network. It's where the term social network comes from. That on Facebook, what you have is your social network that you share stories and information with. And you have some individuals and some companies that can start pages on Facebook to share information with their followers and their fans. Now, Facebook is starting to get to the point where they're as big as Twitter when it comes to sharing snippets of information. But Twitter has dominated that sphere of influence for a long time. Apple, then, far and away the biggest music, television, digital television, digital movies, and podcast collection and distribution platform on the internet. It's a big deal to get banned off of Apple, because where are you then going to go to share your music, your movies, your television shows, your podcasts? You could go to YouTube, but what if YouTube has also banned you from their platform? You could go to Facebook. What if Facebook is also, Spotify, but Spotify has also banned you. These 4 companies, and I'm assuming Twitter will follow suit shortly, have altogether decided we're going to, at the same time, we've picked the most controversial of the conservative right-wing commentators and banned him from our platforms. Maybe this will appease the social justice warriors. Spoiler alert, it's not going to appease the social justice warriors. They're going to be along shortly to call for the heads of someone more influential than Alex Jones. I think that in Alex Jones, these corporations think that they've found a safe target, because his brand has somewhat been affected by conspiracy theory peddling that Alex Jones has done in the past. As The Guardian points out, Alex Jones has embraced some conspiracy theories concerning the Sandy Hook shooting in Pennsylvania, concerning 9/11, and being a conspiracy theorist tarnishes your brand. However, whatever brand you have, unless your brand is conspiracy theories, then of course being a conspiracy theory peddler doesn't tarnish your brand. I'm getting off on a little bit of a rabbit trail there, so I'm going to move myself along. In addition, these companies, I think, know how big and powerful they are, and the risk to their power that is utility regulation. Dave Cullen of Computing Forever put up a video today where he strongly maybe he didn't advocate for it. He's at least predicting that utility regulation is coming for these big social media networks. And the reason is that they are so big, that they are, as I stated in one of last week's videos, I think I just stated this anyway, they're de facto monopolies, because nobody does those things as big as they do. Now, the alternative to YouTube, you've probably never heard of it before, is BitChute or Gab.ai. Maybe Gab is an alternative to Twitter. The alternative to Facebook is Minds. You've probably never heard of any of those websites. And the reason is that nobody uses them. They're dwarfs compared to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Now, they are markedly more free than their mainstream alternatives. But no one uses, and by free I don't mean free from the sense of money that you spend. I mean libertarian. In terms of what they allow on their platforms, they are more free than Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. But the conservatives and the libertarians and the liberals that want to use, the true liberals, the classical liberals, not the liberals of the American left, that want to use free platforms, don't go to those because of how big Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter are. I think that moves like this, moves to ban big name individuals who are controversial, like Alex Jones, is going to spur either this utility regulation that people are beginning to talk about with more and more openness, considering the shadow banning and throttling practices that were going on that we talked about 2 weeks ago, and the recent banning of Alex Jones. It's going to spur, this move is going to spur utility regulation or the meteoric rise of alternative social media platforms. The question is, which one is easier to make happen? Because that's going to be what happens. If it's easier for people to massively migrate from Facebook to Minds, from YouTube to BitChute, and from Twitter to Gab, then that's going to be what happens. But if it's easier to do utility regulation of these companies, then that's going to be what happens. And it looks like utility regulation is the path that we're going to go on because these guys are so big. Another point that I want to make concerning these platforms and the banning of individuals on these platforms is that they've built themselves as, from Mark Zuckerberg, this is from the horse's mouth, platforms for all ideas. And the banning of Alex Jones demonstrates that this is not the case. Facebook is not a platform for all ideas because it's not a platform for Alex Jones's ideas. Alex Jones's ideas are apparently too dangerous for Facebook. Last thing that I want to point out concerning this event is that this ban is not going to stop Alex Jones or InfoWars. In all likelihood, it's going to make him more popular, because when the elites say you are not allowed to hear or read or watch what this person has to say, what they're really telling you is, we cannot afford for you to hear or read or watch this person. We cannot afford for you to hear from this person. This person's ideas are too dangerous to our power structure. That's what Facebook, Apple, YouTube, and Spotify are telling you when they ban Alex Jones, is please don't go and watch Alex Jones on one of our alternatives. He's too dangerous. We can't afford to have you watching his content. Now, this is not to say that the ban is not a problem. It's a problem because it's digital book burning. It's not, some of this is actually deleting Alex Jones's content from these platforms. When YouTube deletes Alex Jones's channel, they delete all of his videos. At least I'm assuming that's what happens when a channel gets deleted. When Spotify purges their records of Alex Jones's podcasts, they've burned all of his books. You can't find his stuff anymore on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, and Facebook. His personal stuff. Because they've gotten rid of it. It's digital book burning. And the quote that Dave Cullen invoked in his video today was, when you're burning books, you're only one step away from burning bodies. Now, I don't think we've reached that extreme of a point yet. But it's as an old, I think it was an old poem from Nazi Germany went. When they came for the Jews, I didn't care because I wasn't a Jew. When they came for the gypsies, I didn't care because I wasn't a gypsy. And it goes on until they come for me, and now it's too late. When I first saw the headline that showed Alex Jones has been banned from YouTube, I must admit that my first thought was, I don't care because I don't watch Alex Jones's stuff. And then I quickly realized, well, I watch some of InfoWars stuff because I watch Paul Joseph Watson's stuff. So it won't be long before they come for people that I do watch. And once they come for people that I do watch, I've got 20 subscribers. What am I going to do when they come for my channel? So they've come for Alex Wars. They've come for Alex Jones today, and you might not care. But friends, you should care, because you and I are next. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, even though it might seem a little bleak at the ending. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Hit subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss future videos. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Don't forget, I'm also looking for your input on last week's videos and just for random input. Do you ever feel like you need a vacation from your vacation when you get back from taking a holiday? Thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Until next time, good night and God bless.